What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling wonderful today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. So the purpose of the channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based off our lovely ruler here, the good old Moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void of course, all of those lunar shenanigans. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force reading on a situation, and everything will be fantastic, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. There's great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, the moon is going void of course today. The moon's going to be going void of course at about 2:51 in the morning, and that's going to be Eastern time. And then she will be moving from Gemini into Cancer at about 6:51 in the evening. So we're looking at about a 16-hour void of course time there, Cancer. Thank you. And with this, considering we had let Gemini have the energy yesterday, we're going to give it to us today, Cancer, get our energy settled and get you ready for the weekend. Because with the moon being in Cancer, the moon... Oh, actually, first, let's look at the Cancer. I'm so excited to talk about our energy. Let's talk about the void of course first. And in Cancer, happy Venus Day. Happy Friday. I know I'm all over the place. And with the moon, with the void of course, this energy is about doing some meditation, Cancer, doing some breathing. Let's do some deep breathing, Cancer. And then finding Zen, especially with how, how I like to say, with how much we feel and how often that can go, and sometimes even how intense that can feel. It may not be as intense as maybe Scorpio may feel, but it all accumulates. So just something to really kind of check in with yourself and just kind of decompress and just kind of really process these energies that you're experiencing, Cancer. And also you may notice that your plans may be subject to unexpected changes during this time. And also that people are maybe less likely to make decisions during this time. So something to pay attention to as well there, Cancer. And then now let's talk about our energy with the moon being at home. Because with the moon being in our sign, Cancer, you may be feeling more emotional than normal. But that we can use that to our advantage, because that's where our intuition, I feel, really shines, when we're able to... And it's not even like a sense of control, but really is more of an understanding of that waxing and waning of the emotions, and then be able to ride that wave, really kind of blend with it. So really great energy for just syncing up and being compassionate with yourself, Cancer, with how... So, because sometimes our sign is a sign that can be rooted in the past as well. And sometimes, when we're reflecting on some of those past things, we can get kind of caught up in that. It's like, man, how come I didn't see this coming, or whatever that may be. And we just want to be kind and compassionate with ourselves. And also great healing energy, Cancer. We're always out nurturing everybody else there. Great time for doing some self-care and just... Whew, just really just filling all your cups there, Cancer. And a great time too to, Cancer deals with the home, the family. So this could be a time, however that may look like for you, Cancer. Just getting with those closest to you, just kind of maybe cooking a home cooked meal, and just kind of gathered around, I don't know, Cancer, have a nice little family breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever that's looking like. But something to think about there. And then we have the waning crescent energy, Cancer. And with the waning crescent, really kind of couples well with the void of course energy, because it's a time for rest, relaxation, recuperating, and just being. With everything that's going on, it's like you're reconnecting with yourself, and you're very, very great energy, kind of like releasing just like control to the universe. It's like I've done enough this lunar cycle. Let's just kind of getting ready for the next energies to come there, Cancer. And then last few things. These readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so check that out if you're interested, Cancer. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching, Cancer, so definitely check them out. Very, very great group there. But let's see what your general energy of the day is. Oh, Cancer, look at this. I guess Gemini was feeling kind of jealous that we didn't give it to them today. But you got the third card of Gemini's here, which is the Broken Heart card. Gemini. But with this card, this is a card of heartbreak, interference, sorrow, grief, funk, sadness, mourning, distress, letdown, gloomy, hopelessness, regret, crisis, unhappy, hurt, bitter, devastated, and emotional pain. And the energy that's coming through here, Cancer, is the heartbreak. And I feel like maybe for some, maybe we have, maybe we're either processing a breakup possibly, or maybe for some it's like we're thinking, it's not that I foresee a heartbreak coming, Cancer, but maybe for some it's like maybe you do, and maybe you feel like it could be that maybe for some it's like we're planning on having a conversation where we're either kind of breaking things off, or however that may be looking. But for some others there may be a sense, and it's not that I feel like, again, that a breakup is coming, but it's more so that if something hasn't been feeling right, Cancer, and you can't quite put your finger on it, I feel that a conversation just to kind of get, just to kind of even just clear the air, you know what I mean? Even if it's just to alleviate some doubts. But I'm also even kind of getting with this heartbreak. This almost feels like that a situation didn't quite go as we may have wanted, Cancer. Maybe this could be, I don't know, maybe not getting accepted in somewhere. For some reason, that's kind of popping up. Maybe getting accepted into like a course, or maybe even like a school or something along those lines. Or maybe like there was like a harbor with like a job rejection, or romantic thing, or something along those lines. And maybe we're just going through this healing kind of energy right now. Like, Cancer, if that's the case, this is great energy. It's a good thing we are in our energy, because this gives you a chance to really kind of be with this and really kind of process this and feel this. Because I feel that in order for us to have that head and heart connection, I was talking about that. It's that he had another reader had said this to him. I'm thinking about adding him to the list, but he had said this thing where it's like you got to feel it to heal it, and I really do like that. It's just so that we can understand what when it comes around again. It's just like it doesn't catch you off guard, as if we kind of ignore this stuff. Cancer, it gets, like I was saying, it accumulates and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it's just like, then until it just becomes a whole big old mess. But I do feel if we are going through any sort of sense of heartbreak, we do want to, Gemini energy is about that duality, and it's like we could see it as one thing is, that life is over, I'll never get over this, that type of jam, or we can deal with, be with this energy and then start thinking about how we are we going to heal from this stuff, whether it's, maybe you've gotten off your sleep schedule with this whole thing, and maybe it's getting back on that, or maybe we've been kind of skipping meals, or maybe we've been adding on meals. It's just like that, even like getting back to normal just could be just like regulating, just so that, just to readjust. Cancer is kind of what I'm getting at with there. But let's get some tarot on this, Cancer, get some more details. Thank you. Alright, Cancer, let's see what's going on here. Interesting. So you have the 7 of crystals, the 9 of crystals, and then the Knight of stars. And the crystals are swords in this deck, and then the stars are pentacles, Cancer. And with this energy here, I almost feel like for some that we may be in this energy of, this is with the 9 of crystals popping up here, because this is intense. 9 of crystals is like, it's this thing that kind of plagues our mind all the time, no matter what we're doing. It's it's like this energy of like no matter what we do, yeah, it seems like it's this sense of stuck, you know, and it really is how this woman's like just like kind of pointed this crystal at her chest here. It does feel that I feel like for some it's not that we want to stay into this place, but it's just like we've gotten so accustomed almost to this pace, or you know, to kind of feeling this, I don't know, it's like the, you know, the rawness of that, you know, when those situations kind of happen and we're just kind of processing this thing. And it feels like with the Knight of Stars being here, it's either this sense of stuck or this sense of just like that it's dragging on more than we had expected. And I'm almost kind of getting with this Seven of Crystals here, that this could be for some, in order to get that energy moving, I feel like that it's for some it's like literally kind of moving the energy around, as far as like maybe going for a walk, like taking, I like how she's like taking her thoughts here, these crystals, and like going on the run here, like taking the one she wants to deal with, and come, and then we'll deal with the others as it makes sense. But that's what I feel like the Seven of Crystals is really meant to teach us, you know, because this can be a card of like deception, lying, and things, but it can also be a card of resources, you know, the things that you learn when we see through the deceptions and the lies and the things, like as far as like, let's say, you know, we'll never get over this thing, you know, that this is it, this is how I'm going to feel forever, whatever that may be, Cancer, or however that loop may come in. But and it doesn't necessarily have to be like walking, Cancer. This could be, even be like journaling, or maybe we're doing some stuff around our place, kind of rearranging the energies. But it's like it feels like it's finding something to, again, just to get sort of to take our mind off of things, so that we can just break that loop, so that we can approach it from maybe a different kind of perspective, you know, just because let me get a little bit more on the Seven of Crystals here, Cancer. All right, Cancer. Interesting. All right, Cancer. So you have the Nine of Wands, the Moon, and then the Fool here. Look at all those lunar shenanigans here. And I feel with this, Cancer, that this, with the Nine of Wands being here, I feel that this is going to be something, if we are going through this sense of heartbreak, or we find ourselves going through this in the future, you know, there are going to be times where it is going to feel kind of trying, you know, where we're going to need to kind of push and kind of persevere and have this patience. I feel that's coming with the Knight of Stars here. And I almost feel with the Knight of Stars there is this sense of stillness or something that's coming through here. And the way that this figure here is just like facing the moon, I feel like it's really kind of seeing how I feel like if we were able to, or not even if, Cancer, when we're able to face this situation and really start taking that progress, because you know she's got like a long winding road here, but she is being guided by the moon. You know, it may seem a little dark and things right now, but we're working towards that new beginning, to that freshness, kind of looking to the future here with the Fool, but. It almost feels, though, Cancer, that there's like a lack of trust maybe with ourselves or something along those lines to take that next leap. You know, it's like hmm. But I do feel, Cancer, then. Yeah, I do feel, Cancer, that this, especially with how it goes from the moon to the Fool, it's almost like that we may not be able to see, because it's like between these two is the Sun, and then you got the Sun, the Judgment, and then the World card. And I feel like it's like we're having trouble seeing how there's even going to be what happiness is going to look like in this, how this is going to change us, you know, how do we get to the end of this thing. But stay hopeful, Cancer. You know, I know that can be because it's not like it's ignoring the problem, but it helps. I find that hope in things and the like the positive affirmations, things like that. It helps you to see from a higher perspective, Cancer. But let's get I think good there. So, all right, Cancer. Let's get some more energy on this. Hmm. Okay, Cancer, let's see what else we're working here. We got a tower coming through. Oh, and death. All right. Oh, and self. I like this, Cancer. So you got the self card, one of the special major arcana. There are two in there, the self and the flower of life. But you got the self card here, the tower, and then Scorpio, who is ruled by the tower, Mars, and then the seven of stars. And I feel like with this, Cancer, with the death card, this is a card of, and I feel even with this death card tower situation, I feel that the energies are saying that there is a need for change, when we get caught in those loops, but I feel that it's something where we don't want to try to force the change for some is what I'm getting through here, because the energy is kind of coming through here. It's like there's this like slight sense of aggression, even for maybe for some, where it's just like maybe we're in this space of like like we need to get over this thing, like we can't be feeling this way, or something along those lines, Cancer. But I feel that it's being careful about how you tend to this plant, this vessel that you're taking care of, because I don't know, like it's something here about if we try to force this thing along, it's not that it alters your sense of self per se, but I guess it's more so just I'm getting more of like a just being aware of how we may be seeing ourselves in this situation here, seeing how paying attention to how this stuff changes us, and then how even though the situation may have been hard and it brought this heartbreak, how that initiated you to change something. How that is bringing about an evolution in you, Cancer, and how where it's like, yeah, there is this sort of metaphorical death of a of a past person, but now this newer person has this different sense of higher level of discernment, and I feel that it may be one of those situations where it may not feel like it's fair or why did this happen at first, but then it's like the clarity kind of comes through as we go through this change. But I feel like Mars and Scorpio, that's a very resilient type of energy. That's one where even in the harshest of times, Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands, it's Tower, Scorpio energy is that necessary change to for growth, Cancer. Because if it weren't for this energy, everything would be stagnant. And there needs to be, the negatives come in so that they can fuel action. Until, and even then, like it's encouraging us, I feel, to take more action, to embrace the adversities for what they're meant to be, because it's situations when we start labeling them good or bad, sometimes we can miss out on some grander lessons and things, Cancer. And that's kind of what I'm feeling too with this. It's like very interesting, Cancer. All right, let's get some get some advice from the moon. Interesting energy, Cancer. All right, Cancer. Last little bit here. All right, interesting, Cancer. So you have the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Eight of Wands, right, the Page of Cups, and then the Knight of Cups, Cancer. And then let's switch back over. Because with this energy, Cancer, I almost feel like that the energies are here to kind of remind you, Cancer, with the Five of Wands being here, that when we do get into these places of more kind of like heartbreak, more tougher type of vibrations, I feel like it's more so the lessons and things like the breakups or disappointments, things along those lines. They do, those conflicts spark action. They get, and you see all this heat that came through, it gets the energies moving. And the thing with the Six of Wands is, where this can be a card of victory and success, there there's like a reminder with the Six of Wands that it's not, we're sure this person is feeling accomplished, feeling great, everyone's there celebrating them, but there was a period of time where may have not felt like anyone could be there for you, that you had to tough this thing by yourself, had to be with your emotions, and figure out how we were going to kind of keep that energy going, almost like keep that love for life is what I'm even kind of getting with the Knight of Cups here. Or interesting there, Cancer. But I do feel that with a I almost feel like with the Eight of Wands kind of being here, that it's like as we start learning, like really start. Let me get a little more of this Eight of Wands, Cancer, because it kind of feels like that when we start to pick up on the meanings of why these things are happening to us, it gets the energies moving a lot quicker. It helps these. It's like shortens the duration of these tower moments. Or and let me get a little bit more on this Eight of Wands, Cancer. Alright, Cancer. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. And there it is. Alright, Cancer. We were talking about that. So the Eight of Wands is clarified by the Three of Crystals, the Three of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and then the Emperor here, Cancer. And that's what I feel like it's happening. It's like, at first, it feels that it's like we're focusing on the fact that, like, just that the negative things that have happened, Cancer, and not seeing that there is a positive that's coming out of here. Look at that, you got even a little peach growing on there on your tree there, Cancer. But I feel that it's, if we let this, whatever things that happen to us kind of hold us down here, again, it slows down the energy. It does, we lose that motivation. But with the Emperor here, I feel that it's once we really start taking charge of this and then really start. I'm still getting like a persevering type of energy, or like a starting up, because even that's, it's like it's because I love that you got because the Emperor's Aries, so it's like you got Scorpio and Scorpio, Aries, and they both share a ruler, Mars. So there is this energy of action and change and really kind of coming into like a, I don't know, there's like a lot of wisdom that can be attained from the situations here, Cancer. So just something to think about when we're in that heartbreak, Cancer. I know it's tough. It's tough, but you know, we're a resilient sign, Cancer. You don't get become the, you know, we're the nurturers, the mothers of the zodiac. We can handle it, Cancer. But I am gonna leave that there. So if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and share this, Cancer, because this can be tough when we're going through any sort of like heartbreak, disappointing situation. You know, there can be this sense of like where we lose a little bit of hope there, and just a reminder that, you know, we can get through this thing. It does help us feel more in charge and embrace these changes easier and start creating towers for ourselves. But tell all these emperors while you're at it, Cancer, to subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified on all these videos each day. And then lastly, check your sun, moon, rising, Mars. Apparently Mars had a statement there, Cancer. And then come over and check out my other channel, the Alchemist 8. I do weekly videos there, monthly ones, yearly ones. It's a good old time, Cancer. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here so I can get you out of here, Cancer. And I like that. You got the Nine of Cups here. And with this energy, Cancer, you know, I feel we want to be mindful of the energies, that how long we stay rooted and grounded in a particular energy, especially if we notice that it's really kind of slowing down our growth. You know, it's got us stuck in this place where we're, you know, not really seeing ourselves for what we truly can bring here. And you know, it's connecting with that energy and finding out what ways can we heal that. Because, you know, Cancer, you see how your energy does when you're working for others, you know, and you're bringing, you know, nurturing them. So it's like, if we can, you know, no one knows you better than you, Cancer. So it's like when you do that same sort of nurturing energy for yourself, the type of healing and growth and change that can really come, it can be really beautiful, Cancer. But let's let's get your oracle card. Oh, I'm with it, Cancer. So you have, look at this card, one of Mars's cards here. So you have the Ergon, I think it's Ergon. I'm going to call it Ergon Sacha. Ergon Sacha. And it's a 22nd card. It's a card of transfiguration. Cancer's in reverse. And it's ruled by Mars, Tower, and Pluto. And which are both the Scorpio's rulers. And this is a card of transfiguration. So we want to be mindful, Cancer. Again, you had a lot of strong change cards here. And I do feel that it's, because I mean, look at this. Cancer is basically a tower here. And that's kind of aggressive, double tower. So, especially if we've noticed that we've gotten in this kind of stagnant place here and the energies haven't been moving for a while. You know, we want to, I feel there is a very strong emphasis on that need for keeping things moving, constantly growing, allowing yourself, and that's not to say that that you have to be, you know, that you be healed tomorrow, Cancer. No, wouldn't that be nice? But it's more so just like as the energies feel motivated, it's like, what can we do? How can we get to action? You know, how can we get get the body moving, get the thoughts moving, get all this, you know? So, because that is a lot. There's a lot for a Venus day there, Cancer. So let's enjoy this void course time if that's something that's resonating with you, and kind of process these tower moments. Because yeah, but I'm gonna leave that there. So you stay safe out there, Cancer. All this, because I feel like that for some, there maybe even some foundations are getting ready to change, and it's just, it may take you out of your comfort zone for a little bit, even just thinking with the Four of Cups, but it's all worth it, Cancer, in the end. And you know, Moon's always, keep eyes on the Moon. She's always changing, always going through forms and stuff. So I mean, Cancer, we're practically experts at change. And I will catch you on the next one Monday.